At it again, Kenway. I thought you'd be done chasing fairy stories.
¿Te va a gustar el Black Flag, Laza? La historia.
Not yet.
La última vez que me gustó la historia de un Assassin's Creed fue el 2. Temazo. Vamos allá. El secreto peor guardado de la industria.
We fly no colors out here, but praise the lack of them. So let the
Qué guay se ve el Caribe.
signal nothing but your allegiance to man's natural freedoms.
Ahora sí que tenemos subtítulos. ¡Cañones! Barba negra, ¿no? Hostia, ¿Keith? ¿Captain Keith? No sabía que salía en el juego.
You're a wonder, Kenway. You've a knack for this kind of work. It ain't work if you love it.
Es muy similar a la historia de Black Sails, pero sin tanto sexo, ¿no? Me imagino. Guay, guay.
Hey everyone. I have to say it is
El actor
so good.
del Eduardo.
I played Edward Kenway more than a decade ago, and you know, he's one of those characters that never really leaves you.
Subirle el volumen.
Over the past months, we know that you've been waiting, and we know that you've heard things. And today, it is finally time to share with you what we've been working on. Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced is a faithful remake of one of the most beloved Assassin's Creed games. It's totally rebuilt from the ground up with the latest version of the Anvil engine and enriched with lots of new additions. Resynchronization with Edward's journey and memories. The same story, the same man, but elevated to a new level of immersion and realism to bring you one of the most thrilling, swashbuckling pirate adventures. And I'm happy to say, Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced will be released on July 9th,
Julio,
2026.
Este veranito tenemos
Today,
planes.
guys, you are getting the real deal. The first ever look at gameplay. Everything that's been rebuilt, reimagined,
Genial.
and some behind-the-scenes stories. But enough of my talking, yeah? Let's just jump right in.
3 mesecitos, chicos. Menos, incluso. Va a ser un juego guapo para este verano.
Hello, pirates. Matt Ryan here, the voice of Edward Kenway. And this is Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced. 13 years after the original, this remake brings the classic game back to life. Rebuilt from the ground up with the latest Anvil engine to deliver the most thrilling pirate adventure.
Es una locura de gráficos, sí, desde luego.
Let's set sail.
Dash my buttons. Your life seems a grand one, if I may say. So full of adventure.
You play as
Qué guay el
Captain
detalle del
Edward
barco.
Kenway, a rebellious scoundrel eager to make a name for himself in the pursuit of glory, freedom, and a search for a better life.
I've seen your face before. Yous mates with them pirates down in Nassau.
Shut your bloody gob or I'll fill it with shot, you hear me?
Edward, is it?
Me encanta cómo suenan en inglés los personajes.
Edward is drawn
Los piratas
into
ingleses.
centuries-old conflict with secret locations
Templarios.
and legendary treasures at stake.
¿Y qué hay del
Along the
Animus?
way, he
¿Va a haber
joins
algo
forces
o no?
with infamous pirates such as Anne Bonny,
Anne Bonny.
Charles Vane.
Hombre, Vane también
and
sale en
Blackbeard.
Black Sails.
With them, he helps establish a short-lived, lawless republic following the pirate code and
Qué guay.
defying empires built on cruelty.
Sí que es muy
and
Black
greed.
Sails, ¿eh?
Together,
Entonces,
in their search for freedom, power, and riches, they'll fight across a treacherous tropical paradise. From dangerous waters to dense jungles, untamed lands and
Mesa
bustling
Jack,
historical
Calico Jack,
cities.
el creador del Jolly Roger.
From the grandeur of Havana the thriving and wealthy jewel of the Caribbean ruled by
Bueno, era el
Templars,
capitán de
to
Anboni,
Kingston's bustling trade hub,
así que
and Nassau, the beating heart
me
of the
imagino que
pirate
saldrás,
republic. Each city offers a
Si sale Anboni.
distinct atmosphere shaped by opportunities and conflicts.
Lo que me ha sorprendido es lo de
The
Kid y
Caribbean
Bane
world
también.
reaches a new level of immersion and realism.
Bane
Powered by
se supone que era un
high-resolution textures,
pirata súper sanguinario.
enhanced lighting, strikingly detailed environments, and a new dynamic weather system.
Se ve de locos, la verdad. Se ve de putos locos.
Even underwater exploration is more expansive, more beautiful, and more
Coño.
perilous than ever before. With seamless access to cities and locations, the world feels truly alive.
Ship stopped!
Creating the perfect backdrop for a life on the edge, where freedom is earned and danger is never far away. Time to draw swords, lads. The combat system
Combate.
has been entirely reworked into an action-oriented experience. While wielding dual swords, pistols, and hidden blades, every move now plays a specific role with faster, more fluid attacks and combos.
Vale.
Land a perfect parry to open up your
Se
target
ve
for
guay.
an instant kill. Then follow with up to 4 chained takedowns.
Es una mezcla entre Assassin's
Use
Creed
walls,
clásico,
ledges, and breakables to your advantage.
que el combate podía ser muy repetitivo,
Keep track of your
y
opponents and
los
use
combos
all your tools
y
to level the playing
opciones,
field.
herramientas de los nuevos, sin meterte en el
But fight
RPG de,
recklessly.
espero,
And you will be punished.
rarezas de objetos, de equipo y
Whether
niveles y
you're
esas
on the
cosas.
hunt or on the run, mastering your
Que
environment
sinceramente yo
is
creo que es lo que le vendría mejor a
As
esta
you
saga.
navigate through cities and jungles, you'll experience smooth
Yo creo que
and
está guay el
improved
experimento
iconic
del
parkour
RPG.
moves. From free jumps,
Pero un sistema de acción
back
moderno,
ejects, and side ejects.
con combos y
These
herramientas
options
diferentes y un
offer
poquito de
a range of
sandbox.
reactive movements, giving you tighter control, resulting in greater
Y no
speed
farmeando miles
and
de
deadlier
espadas diferentes, estaría mejor.
Being a pirate assassin often calls for a subtle approach. With Resynced and its enriched stealth system, you can now crouch freely as part of your toolkit to approach targets.
Llevo otro traje ahora.
Tailing and eavesdropping missions have also been revamped. In the original
Es del
game,
original,
getting
¿no?
discovered meant instant
Ah, sí, lo pone arriba,
desynchronization.
perdón.
Yes,
Las misiones
this
de-
was a pretty big pain point.
Escucha.
We remember.
Sí.
Now, the action continues. Your objectives remain, but your target will
Ah,
react.
no
You must
pierdes.
adapt accordingly.
O sea, si fallas la misión y eres descubierto, no se reinicia.
All these new
No es game over.
interactions offer multiple ways to succeed and progress in your missions.
Porque no hay Animus, es verdad.
Of course, this wouldn't be a real pirate adventure without a ship.
A ver. Combate
Jackdaw.
marítimo.
You named your brig after a boxy bird.
The Jackdaw. What a beauty.
¿Cómo se llama en
Set
español?
sail and freely roam
¿Digas?
the
¿Te
Caribbean.
acuerdas?
Now equipped with even more firepower, the Jackdaw can conquer the high seas like never before.
Ah, igual, Jackdaw. Dios.
With new alternate fire upgrades for every weapon, you now have more power and flexibility to overcome opponents' ships in any situation.
¿Cómo se copian del Skull and Bones, tío? Qué feo.
You will engage in epic battles,
Mira, igual.
boarding
¡Al abordaje!
and fort raids. All of these are back and as challenging, dangerous,
Pero si esto
and
ya era así, Laza.
exciting as ever.
Igual no se ha notado el sarcasmo lo suficiente, Neko.
To reinforce your crew, 3 brand new officers make their entrance.
Se me cuenta que es el juego de la misma compañía.
The Padre and Deadman Smith.
Padre.
Each officer has a unique narrative quest line that reveals their backstory. Gain their trust to recruit them to your crew and benefit from their special gameplay abilities.
Esto es nuevo.
Deadman Smith, for example, unlocks a double shot from broadside weapons.
Oh, qué guapa la destrucción de las velas.
Explore the Caribbean alongside your crewmates and trusty pet.
Oh.
That's right. You can now find a cat or monkey for the jackdaw.
Mono. De cabeza.
Engage and plunder other vessels. Steer through violent storms,
Joder.
waves.
Qué guay se ve la tormenta.
Or just soak up the sun, regaled by shanties new and old.
For the voyage is long and the winds don't blow, and it's time for us to leave her. Hey!
Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced offers a deeper, more immersive adventure that remains faithful to what players love, while enriching the experience with enhanced gameplay features and fresh quests and storylines, including ones for the officers you met earlier and, just between you and me, new narrative arcs involving our old friends.
Nuevos arcos narrativos con barba negra. Y el otro personaje.
And relive the era's explosive events amidst the ancient war between assassins and Templars in the ultimate pirate fantasy. Gold, infamy, and adventure await. It's time to raise the black flag again.
Muy bien.
With Black Flag Resynced, we set out to reconnect with the heart of Black Flag. From the start, the intention was clear: deliver a faithful and enriched experience grounded in what players loved. We've rebuilt the entire adventure.
Tengo ganas de un Assassin's clásico sin RPG ni
new additions that deepen its world, and enhanced gameplay both on
que lo conviertan en un juego de 200 horas.
Movement now flows more naturally from one action to the next, whether you're doing parkour across rooftops in Havana or fighting on the docks. Parkour builds on the latest design improvements from recent Assassin's Creed games, while still keeping Edward's classic moves. Combat now offers a more dynamic, swashbuckling experience, driven by precise parries and takedowns. Stealth gets its share of improvements too, and the ability to crouch anywhere. They open up more tactical routes and subtle approaches, letting you shape the adventure the way you want. Naval gameplay also follows the same philosophy and offers more tactical options. New officers will join your crew with powerful abilities, while the Jackdaw's weapons can be upgraded with new modes to change up the fight. The sea now plays an active role in how you'll be challenged by the elements, and offers more tactical options. New officers will join your crew with powerful abilities, while the Jackdaw's weapons can be upgraded with new modes to change up the fight. The sea now plays an active role in how you'll be challenged by the elements. Weather and waves will influence how your ship will handle, while preserving the pace and freedom players remember. Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced matters deeply to us and to you. That's why we took the time to rebuild it with the care it deserves. This remains a solo, adventure, and character-driven experience. It is not an RPG. The focus stays on how you play and how you explore the world. And as we develop the game, we organize dedicated workshops with our community.
Creo que harían bien
These early player
en ir
feedbacks played an important role in refining many of these
remakes
elements.
de los clásicos.
Here's a look at their most recent visit.
O Assassin's Creed
Hello everyone,
sin
we
RPG
are here at
y
the
los
Ubisoft
nuevos,
Singapore
porque
studio
van a seguir
where we
haciendo
invited some of our biggest Assassin's Creed
Valhallas
fans to
y
discover
Shadows.
the remake of Assassin's Creed Black Flag.
Son
They've
los que
had
más
the
han
opportunity
vendido.
to meet the devs, try the
Es
game,
lógico.
and share their valuable feedback with us. Here's what they had to say.
Pero aunque Mirage me parece una cagada, que al fin y al cabo era un DLC venido a más. Creo que sigue habiendo gente como Raúl, como tú, Cigas, creo, como yo, que nos gustaría volver de vez en cuando a jugar el estilo clásico.
The feedback with the dev
Sin
team,
tanta
they were
paja.
very open as a dev team to take the criticism, what needs to be fixed, what's great. They even asked us more questions about it. So I love the curiosity.
Un jueguito de mundo abierto de 30, 40 horas y no de 200.
I'm just really excited to be back. Like,
Por favor.
with the addition of new audio lines, the new dialogue, and the new music.
I'm super excited to actually help improve the staff experience for the game.
I care about this game, this remake, when I heard rumors about this game, I just wanted to be involved in giving as much effective feedback as possible.
Mola.
Some of this
Es verdad que la gente que ha trabajado en el remake le tiene mucho cariño al original y eso siempre es importante.
We had them play early builds and sat down with them to gather their honest feedback on the game, tapping into the many things players expect of a Black Flag remake, from gameplay features to visual fidelity. This helped us refine some of our choices along the way. What was interesting was not only to gather that feedback, but to understand why players reacted this way. They were incredibly passionate about Edward, how he moves, how he reads on screen, even the details on his face. That led to deeper conversations. Together, we explored different approaches, tested ideas, challenged assumptions, and refined choices until the intent felt right again. The team's passion and commitment have driven every step of this journey, and we can't wait for you to see more of what we've been crafting.
Oh, it really is so good to be back in this world. I believe the Black Flag is one of those pirate adventures that never really left the players' minds. And it's also really special
sí, después de tantos años, se podría decir que es uno de los más recordados y queridos.
Now, Jean, you were creative director on the original Black Flag, and Paul, you're the creative director on Resynced, who's leading the vision of this remake today. Now, before we dive into what the game is now, I'd love to go back.
Mola que hayan traído de vuelta a los que dirigieron
when you started building Black Flag
el
back
original.
in early 2012?
2012.
How was the world imagined in the first place? I mean, what were the pillars that were there from day one?
Well, from the very beginning, one of the key central core pillars was fluidity, right? We really wanted a seamless experience, connecting movement, combat, and navigation, all very
Cuando
naturally.
los
and it was the
Assassins
same
estaban
seamlessness that we were looking for between naval experience
emparentados.
and the ground experience, because the other challenges we were facing was to merge actually two fantasies.
Porque tenían que ser antepasados del pavo del Animus. No recuerdo su nombre ahora.
Without any friction. And the sea wasn't just an add-on, to the ground experience. Naval gameplay was really a core pillar from day one. We also wanted a world that feels alive, right? Something that would
Naval.
react to the players, always in motion. And it was very compelling to me to see other people like Paul and his team actually to face the same challenges that we did.
Sí, entiendo que era muy restrictivo, porque originalmente seguramente no pensaban hacer tantos juegos. No pensaban que fuera a petarlo tanto. Pero claro, cuando ya quieres hacer 12 juegos diferentes, tener que estén todos emparentados con el mismo pavo, pues lo restringe bastante. Así que abandonaron todo eso, además de que reconozcamos que a ninguno... O sea, no era la parte más guay de los Assassin's Creed, el Animus. Pero ahora se echa un poco en falta lo que es el lore alrededor de todo eso, que lo han abandonado por completo.
Since the game is engineered and rebuilt on Ubisoft's latest Anvil, it allows us to push dynamism, gameplay, immersion further, while keeping the original vision and story.
¿A ti te gustaba manejar a Desmond en el presente?
And you mentioned before how,
pues, no sé.
How collaborative the original
Yo creo que
game was, and can you talk about that, especially with Singapore?
Yeah, absolutely. It was
lo hayan olvidado por completo en este remake. No es un remake 1-1 en ese sentido. Tiene contenido nuevo, nuevas quests y tal, por lo que han contado. Pero le han quitado
the preparatory work. And Montreal worked very closely with Singapore. Singapore built key parts of Black Flag. The naval gameplay was built on top of the Assassin's Creed 3 naval tech that was developed, in some specific missions. But you were also behind a lot of places, locations, and gameplays, like caves, underwater gameplay, forts, ships, and some major missions like the E3 demo that you worked on.
That's right. Right. So there seems to be a real sense of continuity here, not just in the game, but in the people making it. One thing that really shaped Black Flag for me was
Yo creo que este va a pasar a ser tu favorito. No es complicado, Me gusta la saga Assassin's Creed, pero mi favorito es el 2. Y mi protagonista favorito es Ezio.
what was the intention?
Y no he jugado la mitad de los Assassin's Creed que han salido desde entonces.
When it came to all the cinematics.
Me he perdido muchos. No es una saga a la que le tenga un cariño increíble tampoco. Me gustaba mucho en su época, cuando lo empezó a petar. Pero luego me cansó.
Exchanging objects, and reacting physically. And that sense of movement was really part of the game's identity, I feel.
Right. And when you rebuild a game like this, I guess that becomes a huge challenge, right, Paul? And how did you keep the spirit whilst trying to push it further with all of today's amazing technology?
Well, there are many ways, but to carry on the spirit of Black Flag, we always remembered one thing: to rebuild the game with the original pillars in mind, John's pillars and the original core team's pillars. But the most important thing was the story. Every single small moment in the game had to be rebuilt and crafted. And it took a lot of handcrafting, especially the facial animations. But that's important because that's the soul of the game.
That you men are the pariahs of Charlestown, and I would profit better by using your organs for chum and your bones for char.
Joder, la voz de Barba Negra en inglés, ¿eh?
Oh, Christ!
La Virgen.
And, when you add new things to a game that people really know,
tenía buen doblaje en español.
They know it so well. The fear is always that
me va a costar no jugarlo en inglés.
Might notice the seams, right? Jean, when you played it, what did you feel?
Well, actually, I felt like playing Black Flag, and not even noticing where the original end was ending and when the new content that the team wrote was starting. And this is something really important. That continuity is very much essential.
Lo voy a llamar DM.
Jean, whenever we wanted to change or add something, we would always question ourselves, does this belong here? Would Edward do this? Would John get upset? And if the answer wasn't clear, we simply wouldn't do it. However, as we all know, no remake is complete without additional content. So we have added brand new chapters and brand new missions to the game, including a brand new scene with Edward's wife, Caroline, that's written by Darby himself.
Oh, yeah, I remember playing it.
No sabía que estaba casado.
So there's something...
O se casa a lo largo del juego, no sé.
Deeper in Black Flag than just like pirate freedom, and it's closely
no sé mucho del
tied to the
juego,
character of
de la
Edward.
historia, más allá de que el prota se llama Edward y de que sale Barba Negra.
Freedom without structure doesn't lead you anywhere.
No sabía siquiera que salía el Capitán Vane como en Black Sails.
That's the good life, plundering, etc.
Creo que vi a Anne Bonny en alguna imagen promocional y tal en su momento.
And so this is very important because he grows into someone that understands his own responsibilities.
Es un flashback, lo de su mujer,
like
vale.
You said, very human.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I really leaned into coming back to the character after, more than a decade. It's the same Edward.
Entonces me imagino que o está muerta o está en Inglaterra.
For me personally, from the scenes that were written, kind of, as I said, more dynamism, but also there's a certain kind of weight to Edward's journey, I guess that with Black Flag Resynced, there are some really kind of important decisions to make, right, Paul? And how did you approach those?
So, Matt, with Resynced, we made a clear choice. It is a pure story-driven adventure, and we are fully focused on Edward's adventures in the Caribbean. As a result of this focus, we have elected to not have the multiplayer and not have the DLC. However, Resynced is built from the ground up with new story, new content, and new systems. But we're staying true to its action-adventure.
¿Cómo se ve el barco, tío?
Resynced is a 2026 take on the original legend. And for those of us who are curious, the original will still be available.
And Jean, so
está bien que lo especifiquen.
Right, that
Y más
played
siendo
a
Ubisoft.
really specific role in Black Flag when it was released. And so can you explain how it fit the franchise back then?
So, back then in 2013, the present
No van a sustituir el original, va a seguir estando disponible.
It was a transition moment, especially with Desmond's story and what it meant at the time. But now with Resynced, I think there were some changes were needed.
That's right. Today, the modern day has evolved. For Black Flag Resynced, we have approached it in a way that focuses on Edward's journey while still connecting his memories to the Animus. The modern day rifts in Black Flag Resynced will feature new moments that focus on Edward's internal struggles.
There's also something about Black Flag that I feel that I don't know, people still crave what the game brought, you know?
You know what? I think it's because it's a game full of light.
Yeah.
Yes, there is danger and violence, but everything takes place under the bright Caribbean sky, you know? Palm
¿Cuánto duraba el original?
Movement is very generous in a sense. And that sense of escapism has always been part of the game, and I feel it's very relevant in 2026.
Yeah, totally. And the other thing that the people I feel never forget, and certainly I never had,
de 23 a 41 horas, completionista 60. Es que es la duración perfecta, tío, para un Assassin's Creed.
For Resynced, we have kept the shanties that everybody loves, but we have also added new shanties.
20-40 horas.
They are connected to the story.
Según cuánto contenido secundario quieras hacer. Esto de irse a las 100, 200 horas con los Assassin's Creed no lo veo claro yo.
And this artist has a special place in my heart because of his work on Assassin's Creed Revelations. Woodkid.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Disculpa.
Hey everyone.
¿Woodkid va a hacer música para el Black Flag?
I'm in my studio in Paris now and I have great news for you. I'm back in the Assassin's Creed franchise.
Pero bueno.
This time for Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced. You know, the world of Assassin's Creed has been
Le ha gustado hacer música para videojuegos con el Death Stranding.
It started like 15 years ago or something.
¿Quién es un músico francés que me flipa? Woodkid.
I know that Assassin's Creed Black Flag is a game that's very important to all of you. It's a game about
y que ya trabajó con Ubisoft. Bueno,
and these are themes that are very, very important for
ofreció uno de sus temas para Revelations.
So I won't say too much, but I can't wait for you to hear what I've done for Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced.
Having him
¿No nos lo van a enseñar todavía? Vale.
Especially for Black Flag Resynced means a lot to the team.
Imagino que será el tema principal.
We're reimagined track specifically for Black Flag Resynced, and we can't wait for you guys to hear it.
Yeah, right.
Tema principal
and, music is
y
just
también
one
trailer,
of those
supongo.
things that the people remember long after they stop playing. I mean,
sí, el tema del trailer del Revelations, yo lo conocía.
My car now from time to time, you know, and this,
lo conocí con ese
thing
trailer.
means a lot to you. And
lo conocí con ese trailer.
Yeah, absolutely. This game means a lot to me, and I'm not saying that just because you guys are here.
Y luego ya descubrí Rambo y Run y I Love You, otros temas suyos de la época.
Yeah, so you entered the Animus for real.
That's right.
Ahora pues ha hecho música recientemente para Arcane, con Riot, y para Death Stranding 2 con Kojima.
And rebuild and reimagine this wonderful world. It's just been such a pleasure for me, and I thank you guys for bringing me back. Before we wrap this up, I've got a little surprise for you. All right, this is something pretty awesome. I saw it today for the first time, and I love it. So here we have an Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced Collector's Edition. It's so awesome, and inside is a really stunningly well-crafted figurine of Edward Kenway sitting there, slouched like me, really. And he looks really cool, and it's crafted really well. And inside, there's a notebook with all of Kenway's diary entries and journeys about all of his adventures. And there's also a brooch and a cloth map, and then some goodies in there for everyone. So this one is really cool. It's the first time I've seen it today. And if you guys like it, then you're going to have to get your own because this one's mine.
You deserve it.
Thank you.
You're welcome to take it.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you. We can't wait for you to live or relive this thrilling pirate adventure with Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced. That will launch on July 9th, 2026.
Me esperaba los 300.
Thank you for all being with us today.
Estoy demasiado acostumbrado a los coleccionistas de Square Enix de Final Fantasy, ¿verdad?
Cheers.
Ya he visto el cuaderno. Se filtró también lo de la coleccionista. 9 de julio, chicos, tenemos planes. Apuntadlo en vuestros calendarios, piratas. Tiene muy buena pinta. Y si dura como el original, tío, entre 20 y 40 horas, estoy dentrísimo. Porque podemos pasárnoslo en un par de semanitas cómodas, sin rusear ni nada. No como el Odyssey, que me costó más de un mes terminarlo. Y no como Valhalla o bueno, Shadows, porque rushé, básicamente, la historia. Me daba igual todo lo demás. Pero Valhalla es que fue una ida de olla. Pasa que funcionó muy bien porque salió en pandemia y la gente tenía mucho tiempo libre. La verdad. Este no tiene relleno asqueroso como el Odyssey. A ver, hay que decir que, por lo que me habéis contado con el tiempo, que es lo que decía al principio, que creo que no estaba RJ, uno de los problemas de jugar a los juegos día 1 es que los juegas en su peor estado. Hoy en día. Me pasó con el Mirage, me comí todos los bugs del mundo. Me pasó con el Odyssey, porque por lo visto, posteriormente, lo equilibraron o quitaron el requisito de nivel de la historia principal, que fue lo que me obligó a jugar más de 70 horas a mí en su día. Y mirad Crimson Desert, creo que es el mejor ejemplo moderno que tenemos. El juego, cada parche tiene mecánicas nuevas y arreglan lo malo que tiene el juego y la experiencia va a terminar siendo bastante buena. Y yo terminé muy frustrado y muy cabreado con el Odyssey, pero conozco gente, creo que tú Cigas entre otros, que lo han jugado meses o años más tarde y les ha gustado bastante y no ha sido nada frustrante, como me pasó a mí, que parecía que el juego estaba diseñado para que pasaras por la tienda y te comprases boost de experiencia. Ah, mira, ha pasado Super P los specs, los requisitos mínimos y recomendados del Resynced, del Black Flag. Mínimos. Enfocados a jugar en 1080p a 30 FPS. Con todo en bajo, Ray Tracing estándar. Piden un i7 8700K o un Ryzen 5 3600. ¿Cuál tengo yo? ¿Tengo el 3900X en el PC antiguo? No lo sé. Y una GTX 1660 o RX 5500 XT. Con 16 de RAM. Los recomendados piden ya, pensando en 1080p 60, piden un 10600K i5 o un Ryzen 5 3600, una RTX 3060, que creo que es la gráfica más popular por los usuarios de Steam. Al menos creo que el año pasado o el anterior, 2024-2025, creo que es la más común que tenían, según las estadísticas de Steam, los usuarios. O una RX 6600 XT. Misma RAM. Y ya, si nos vamos a alto y extremo, piden 3080 o 6800 XT y una 4090 para jugar en extremo. 4090, tú. O RX 7900 XTX. Un Ryzen 7, X3D. Vale, para los gráficos más altos yo voy a ir un poco escaso de CPU, sobre todo, para jugar en Ultra, si quiero. Pero tampoco quiero jugar en 4K. Yo me conformo con jugar a 1440p 60. Más de 60 es posible, pero bueno, 1440p. En calidad, sí. Que parece que voy a poder jugar perfectamente. Me alegro. Os lo paso por el chat por si alguno tiene curiosidad de comprobar sus componentes y ver si va a poder jugarlo en condiciones o no.